The reason is very simple, because there is an intent from the letter to wisp away the kingdom, to dwindle down, to reduce the power of the Oba of Benin, so that people, that the respective traditional rulers that will now be created in this respective local government council within Edo South will have a strong sense of autonomy. A strong sense of autonomy is a divided Benin kingdom, but...
Thanks for clicking on this channel. Please subscribe to FO's blog history, and click on the notification button so that whenever we upload a new video you will be notified. The real intention of Obaseki'S government letter on Benin Traditional Council, says Izoduwa. Mr. Izoduwa took time out to analyze the real intention of the letter emanating from Edo State Executive Council meeting, held in Government House, where they issued a press statement that each local government, in the 18 local government council areas of Edo State, will have their own traditional council. We at FO's blog history are not concerned about Edo politics, but anything that has to do with our revered palace of Oba of Benin, our monarch, and history are our primary concern. Let's read the letter released by Edo State Government. Edo State Government. August 11, 2023. Traditional rulers to get monthly allowance to administer domains, as Edo government implements 1979 law on local council administration. Oba of Benin remains permanent chair of Edo State Traditional Council of Obaseki'S. The Edo State Government Executive Council has approved the implementation of a 1979 law on local council administration, which translates to a new regime where all traditional rulers in the 18 local government areas of the state will receive monthly allowances to administer their domains. The decision was reached at the Executive Council meeting held in Government House, Benin City. The council resolved that there would be a traditional council in each local government area across the state's 18 local councils. In the law, the Oba of Benin remains the permanent chairman of the Edo State Traditional Council of Obas and Chiefs and also the permanent chairman of the Benin Traditional Council. The Benin Traditional Council is the umbrella body of Edo South Traditional Council. The allowance will enable the traditional rulers in the local government council areas to perform their statutory roles, such as ensuring social cohesion and peace, traditional vigilance and harmonious living across various communities. The Edo Exco re-emphasized that the Omo Noba Nido Okuai Palakpalo, the Oba of Benin, Oba El Wahe II, remains the permanent chairman of the Edo State Traditional Council of Obas and Chiefs as well as permanent chairman of the Umbrella Council in Edo South Senatorial District. It also stressed that the budget and funding of the Benin Traditional Council will be completely independent of the financing which goes to all other traditional council of the various local government areas in the state. The Executive Council noted that with the development, the various traditional rulers across local government areas will now be able to optimally perform their roles within their domains, working with other relevant stakeholders to maintain peace and order and accelerate grassroots development. The new structure will also help to deepen governance in the grassroots, enable government connect more with the people, get feedback on their needs and also identify and support the poorest of the poor in local and hard-to-reach communities across the state. Signed, Osarodian Ogie, Secretary to Edo State Government. Office of the Secretary to the State Government House, PMB 1080, Benin City, Edo State. You guys have seen the content of the letter. Let's listen to Mr. Izoduwa as he exposes the content of the letter.
My name is Izoduwa. Just an ordinary Benin man who loved this land, who cherished this land. The man who has lived with the dictates and laws of this land. Oma noma o no towe, oma no temata, oma nephew boye me da, I want to speak to all of us with a hope that it gets to our consciousness. This is not even time to throw insult or throw blames as to what could have been done better, or the current state of the place that we are. But it beats my imagination. There was a letter that was written about 2 days ago as a result of the State Executive Council had a resolution that has to do with the traditional councils, Benin traditional councils, and all of that, mode of payments and all of that, how these people will be, traditional rulers will not be paid and all of that. I'm going to explain it from my own understanding, without necessarily having to raise any eyebrow. Like, I have been one of the most misconstrued human beings on earth. People have labeled me in all manner of frivolities and actionable frivolities that I pay who puts me on the salary. I want to say it's for an opting time that I have defended the palace, understanding that it is my right as an Edo man to defend the throne. And I have no financial benefit from the royal house or from the palace of the Oba of Benin. I have no financial benefit from anybody. I'm a Benin man who works very hard for himself. But when things go wrong in the society, I like to also speak on the matter. This is not a time for me to blame anybody or to say that because me myself, I'm tired of all of these unnecessary fights. I am tired as a person because I have practically done my best and people have misconstrued me to be someone who benefits from all of this crisis. I do not benefit from all of this crisis, but these things are avoidable issues that I have waited for the past 2 days, whether these people who tend to be benefited from all of this crisis, whether they are going to come out and speak about it. None of them has come out to speak about it. About a year ago, when some of the issues also came up, I remember I went to see the ESL of Benin. Right there in the house of the ESL, a Sogman of Benin was there, the latest Sogman of Benin, Chief Ededi. I remember that he said, "Wati wa Ohana na be atok be a Sogman, Izoduwa." I'm happy that you are finding ways for issues bedeviling the kingdom to be resolved. Okay, but let me tell you, that's how he put it. I've said it a couple of times. And I told him that you know what to do. Stand on the way of truth and be patriotic to your beliefs. A letter was written and people still have not reacted to that letter, not understanding the intent of that letter. Some have maintained the concept of neutrality or Makame, as a matter of fact, or Mavikaine, because that is how we have not degenerated to as a people, that or Makame. But I'm a student of history, a very good student of history. During the reign of Obaseki'S, Olia and some other chiefs of Benin Kingdom had conspired against the throne. They went to invite the Ata of the Gala and all of that. Benin almost lost their throne. But after we came out victorious, Olia and I realized that Yemahe or Yemayiri there agamwedu boto karimaya no baya yin yedu amu boto. In other words, if Olia had succeeded in the orchestration that he had at that time of the reign of Obaseki'S, there wouldn't have been Olia today. During the British invasion in 1897, because Prince Izoduwa was not really liked by some chiefs, so they had favored his younger brother, Prince Ohoro. So they wanted him to be the Oba, but eventually their skirmishes failed, and eventually Prince Izoduwa eventually became Oba over Obase. During the British invasion in 1897, as the war was about to start, some chiefs rejected to be part of that war. They were very neutral. Notably was the Izoduwa of that time. He was supposed to be the warlord. But after the British had succeeded in invading and capturing Benin, Izoduwa realized that he had made an immortal mistake. Today, the Izoduwa of Benin, even a councillor, a colonial created government of councillor, local government, a local councillor in ward level, or even a local councillor has more say and power in the decision making of the state more than the Izoduwa. Izoduwa has always been the wealthiest of all Benin nobles. But today, what becomes the fate of the Izoduwa? In 1897, Anaya with Beho. Today, and I hear a lot of Benins are saying that let us balkanize the kingdom. Let us balkanize the kingdom. I laugh. Izoduwa, for the first time in 7 years, will fold his hands and not say anything. But before I fold my hands and not say anything, I have to say the peace of my mind. And I have to interpret the letter. Those who believe in the principle of sitting neutrality, those who believe in, that's why I have gone into my shell. I don't go for any of these Benin platforms and interact with them. I get invited, but I don't go. The reason is just very simple, because it is only a Haria Duknigo, Edunago, Ana Ye Obari, Ana Ye Dori, Ana Yo Hagedori, Ana Ye Lele Miogadori, a Haria Duknigo, but I have seen you singing at them. I know one was singing singing at Moyado, you're not concerning. As a matter of fact, you're not concerning. As a matter of fact, because I am tired. I have been misconstrued. A lot of persons are going to see this video. I also want to start another crisis. No, I'm not starting another crisis. I just want to interpret what was written on that letter. The letter emphasizes that the Oba of Benin is a permanent chairman of a State Traditional Council. Why? Why would the letter emphasizes on a known fact? Oba of Benin, right from the days of the Midwest states to the Benin state, have always been permanent chairman to the creation of Edo State. And there has never been any time that he was challenged or anadwiko. So why is the present state government emphasizing that he remains the permanent chairman? It's a ruse. Like I always say, I pay attention to details and I understand the intent of a thing 1,000 miles. He wants to allow the Edo people see what they want to see. But the content of the letter is to deviate the attention of the true people who still love. A lot of Edo people don't love the kingdom anymore. I understand. I don't know the statistics. But for some who still believe in our traditional institution as the only institution that God naturally gave us, not the colonial institution that is now called government, that still believe, I want them to go read the letter over again and understand the intent behind the letter. These are two things that must be drawn out of the letter. That 18 local government traditional rulers, what that means is that from the 1979 Gazette, the Benin Kingdom, which is Edo South Senatorial District of Edo State, has only one traditional ruler. So it is one traditional ruler that administers over the 7 local governments that makes Edo South. So every other title holders in Edo South, within the sphere of Edo South, by 1979 Gazette, is regarded as a traditional chief by law. It's not Izoduwa that said it. Go to the 1979 edit, is there. Alright? It is there. So when the state government now refer that 18 local government traditional rulers, it therefore means that they have an intention of creating 6 extra traditional rulers in addition to the Oba of Benin, making it 7. Why? When the 1979 Gazette, when the 1979 law was being gazetted, they understand that every of that title under Benin Kingdom, which is the Edo South Senatorial District, we are an offshoot from the Oba of Benin. So there is no need equating them to the Oba of Benin. The concept of Ayamiobe Valedo, by that State Executive Council meeting, has been defeated. We will now have 7 traditional rulers. They might not be in status equated to the Oba of Benin, but they have an autonomous or an autonomy that is different from the Oba of Benin. He also emphasizes that the Oba of Benin remains the permanent chairman of the Benin Traditional Council or the Edo South Traditional Council. At what time would the Enigi have contested with the Oba of Benin that is not their father or is not their permanent chairman? Why was the state government re-emphasizing a fact that is known to the blind and to the deaf? That is because they wanted you to see the rules and not the intent. What is the difference between Benin Traditional Council and Edo South Traditional Council? It's the same thing. Benin Traditional Council covers the 7 local governments that makes Edo South. The Edo South Traditional Councils covers the 7 local governments that make an Edo South. Why create a true council that has the same function? The reason is very simple, because there is an intent from the letter to wisp away the kingdom, to dwindle down, to reduce the power of the Oba of Benin, so that people, that the respective traditional rulers that will now be created in this respective local government council within Edo South will have a strong sense of autonomy. A strong sense of autonomy is a divided Benin Kingdom, but it is a gain to have Edo South loyalty wished from the Oba of Benin and given to political leaders. Because when these people's fates are not being determined by the government, the Edo State government, so they will have their loyalty to Edo State government and not to the Oba of Benin. And that is why I said the orchestration has always been to dwindle down and reduce the power of the Oba of Benin, to serve the interest of political leaders. I never said that. That is what the letter said. The letter now said about financial implications so that money can get down and all of that. I have no bad intentions about that. Get this very clear. In the 1979 Gazette, Section 7, it clearly states that the state government does not even need the House of Assembly to effect the creation of local government council as he pleases. So by the virtue of the State Executive Council meeting held, it therefore means that the local government councils have been created. So let nobody mistake anybody. The law has always, from 1979, empowered the governor to create local government councils right from inception. So this is not a matter of he has no right to create it. This is a matter of the law has already empowered him, empowered any state government If other state government decided not to do it, it's because they have respect for the Benin monarch. But if this current state government wishes to do it, that is because he has disrespect for the Benin monarch. But for the level of whether he has a right or doesn't have the right, he has every right. And like I said, this is not a video to fight anybody. I have no interest in this fight. My intention about this video is to explain that letter, and is to also say woe to the Edo people who have kept quiet. For the Edo people who now feel that the current occupants of the Benin show probably had stepped on wrong toes or probably had wronged them, blah blah blah. Because of that, the throne must go down. It therefore means what they are saying is that if I hate the current governor of Edo State, what it means is that Edo State government should go down, so there should not be any state government in Edo State. I cannot choose an institution of 2061 years for my selfish reason and choose an institution less than 60 years of one institution that is 2061 years old. With the way we are going as a people, we'll wake up one morning and not have that cherished heritage that we have always been proud of. And that will not be because of one state government was powerful, but because we failed to speak at the time when we needed to speak. We failed to remain neutral when it was not convenient. I always say, I've said it, because you don't like the present, because you don't like Obaseki'S II does not mean you have to destroy the throne that it occupies. I protect the throne. It is what I have always represented. If you destroy the throne, what becomes the future? But it doesn't matter anymore. I will not make the hustle for our own daily hustle, our own daily food. So it no matter. Which, according to some of the according to some of them, what has been I don't know how to answer that question. So that is what has now become. That is how some Benin people have not had a modern day orientation. It has now depleted to that level. It is not our thought. So we have to now destroy the legacy of our heritage, because we now think we now have free data. We have the opportunity to speak ill of an institutions that we could ordinarily come out together and find a way we can reshape it to favor everybody. But we want to destroy it because it's no longer convenient for us, or we feel that it has outlived. I've met some elites, I don't want to mention their names, that say that I think the monarch has outlived. That's what one of them told me. The monarch has outlived its usefulness. Well, may they also outlive the usefulness to their family. For those who say the monarch has outlived his usefulness to the Edo people, may they also outlive the usefulness they have to this world and to their family. So, but for me, I have fought and I'm tired. If the Benins don't want to fight or speak out because they say Oma Kaya, okay, Oma Kaya, but woe to those nincompoops, some nincompoops within the palace wall, using the palace name, denigrating by their actions the justice, the righteousness of the palace. The ancestors of this land will ask you questions, all of you. Because what you people have done all this while, you have caused disgrace and reproach to the palace. The people now believe that the palace is a place where there cannot longer be justice because of some very useless and corrupt elements went within the palace walls. There is a fight now. You people are dumb to even know the content of the letter. But I have women that were my dear. You people will be at the first forefront. You people have denigrated this land, go against the laws and the traditions of this land. It's okay. It's okay. You know, Obama High, our Nehru knows how we to change the hearts of our people. For those who doesn't want to change, that's good. But for those who are currently orchestrating for the downfall of the Benin Kingdom because of their selfish interests, understand this. The relevance you seek, you are never going to get it from the Edo people. I can guarantee you that. The relevance that you seek, the autonomy that you seek, or Beteka, you will never get that relevance from an Edo, the Edo people. But now you are living large, you are living well, you feel the victory finally has come. But I guarantee you, it is not victory that you are seeing, it is a ruse that you are seeing. And when the time comes, let us continue to be an ashell and saying that Oma Kaima, I get Kaima. I have a business I need to attend to. I'll simply go to my business or marry Karen. I have a marriage that is coming up few weeks, few days from now. Let me go concentrate. Oma Karen, so Bokbano, I will continue to be loyal to the throne, whether it exists or it doesn't exist. Why I say it doesn't exist because if I but I'll continue to be loyal, and I will keep the traditions of what is expected as an Edoma to my heart, and I will train my children respecting that throne, irrespective of the occupant, because it is who I am as an Edoma. It is my heritage and my right. Let the legacies of the Obas of Benin never be destroyed by selfish-minded people. Let the legacies of all the works of our ancestors never be destroyed by these people. Obama and Tokbe is saying.